Hello, everybody.
Are you playing the music?
Uh, Hold on. God damn it. Uh, I am now playing the music.
4K, man. 4K. All day. Every day. Except we're still probably not at high detail.
Hmm.
All right.
Alrighty then. Hi, everybody. This time.
Yeah. Sorry, I'm trying to figure out this screen share thing, man.
Right. Maybe I should
What?
check out what the feed looks like.
Well, I mean, it's fine for me. What's the deal? What's wrong?
Well, live, it's you had OBS over my face.
Oh yeah, yeah. I don't know why it was doing that because it had Skype selected on there, but it was still showing everything else over top of it. Hey, it's not my fault, man. It's the software, whatever's going on with that. This is the correct setting, right, for it.
I can't see that.
See here, Skype.
Well, I mean,
Now that's if I bring you to the front or whatever. Oh shit! What just happened? He just disappeared.
nice. Technical difficulties, ladies and gentlemen.
Yeah. Uh. So how are you doing though? While I'm getting this to work. And by the way, I do need to get rid of that. What was that thing in the settings you said to get rid of that window? That
Oh,
little window.
um, I turned off the what the hell is that tab? But anyone who uses Skype might know there's a secondary little window in calling.
Yeah.
I turned off show call when Skype is in the background. I unticked that. I don't know if that actually is how you're supposed to do it. Worked for me.
Okay, you're back.
Yay.
Yay. Uh, so
Why can't we just have a consistent show where shit works?
yeah, because Google had to go around and fuck with shit.
Yeah.
So what you been up to, man?
Well, mostly just working. You haven't even said anything though about my crystal clear video quality this week.
Oh yeah. That's true. I didn't even notice it.
You never
Yeah.
noticed anything about me.
I kind of just tried to filter like the what do you call it, like the rave show out, on your camera. Maybe going
Yeah.
flickering green and shit.
Yeah.
So did you finally got a hub or whatever?
Yes.
A powered hub?
Yes. Thing is, though, the blue lights they put in shit nowadays are brighter than the LEDs I have behind my fucking monitor.
Yeah, they had like that one really bright LED. It's
Oh
like
well,
a
each
flashlight.
yeah each port has its own light, and there's what is it, 7 ports? I can't remember, but yeah, it's bright as fuck. And I meant to put it behind the one of the drawers, but I'm afraid if I do that, I won't be able to see it to plug it in when I need to.
Yeah.
So I don't know. I need to get under the desk and straighten shit out. Um, what's Ian been up to? Before I start rambling about me.
Uh. Well, not a whole lot. Just uh, working on some 3D modeling projects here and there, and I've been
Mm-hmm.
going out on a bunch of dates with this one girl that I was seeing.
This group of guys.
My 5 friends.
Pamela Henderson. Pamela Henderson.
Yeah.
Rosa Palm and her 5 lovely sisters. What they
Right.
say in like 9th grade and shit. Just jacking it.
Just jacking it.
I've
No,
mostly been working. Go ahead.
No, this girl I've been seeing for a while now. She finally came over to meet my parents and stuff.
Figured it's time to scare her off, huh?
No, it actually went pretty good. They were pretty nice. She liked them and they liked her and stuff. So
Aw.
it went it went by without anybody killing each other. You know?
That's always a good thing.
Yeah. But yeah, we're supposed to get together with my parents again after the football game on Sunday.
Football game.
Yeah. You don't watch the Browns or nothing?
Oh, no. The only thing I follow is the Buckeyes because my wife's an alum.
Are you pretty hardcore with the game? Like, you ever hear those people that you think somebody was like murdered when the team is losing? You know?
Oh, not me. Her, yes.
What the fuck is wrong with you?
Yeah, she can listen to it on the radio and know what's going on and get all hyped. I have no fucking clue. I'm like, what's that mean? I don't understand.
Well, you're not a man, Frank. You
Nope.
don't like football?
Nope.
What's wrong with you?
Pussy.
You don't like your foosball?
I like foosball. Yeah. Bobby Boucher.
Yeah.
But no, there's a game tomorrow, I think. I didn't watch the last one because I'm on the grass. My wife watched some of it.
You were mowing your wife's grass. What?
Yeah, that's what I said. I was thinking about going to a car show tomorrow, but I haven't had my car out in like an embarrassingly long time, and the battery was dead. And I tried charging it tonight, and no bueno. I don't know why I couldn't get a good. I don't know if I couldn't get a good connection or if it's actually just shot. So I'm not gonna fuck with it tonight. I might mess with it tomorrow, but maybe not.
Right. So.
Anyway, but yeah, I got a new hub, and what else did I fucking do? No whole lot of anything. Work all day long. Hey, I got a question, Ian.
You got a question?
Uh huh.
All right. Well, ask the question, Frank.
What are you drinking on?
What am I drinking on?
No,
I'm
what's the
drinking on a
audience drinking
drink.
on?
I'm drinking on a drink.
Grape drink?
I don't
Grape
give a
drink.
fuck.
Yeah.
Soda Talk with Frank and Ian.
Okay. Now, what are you drinking on? Ian?
Um, I'm sorry. I'm getting confused. There's like a red border around my whole OBS. I was wondering what's going on with that.
I don't know.
Um,
Who do I look like? Epos Vox?
yeah. Help me.
Is my picture not even moving? There I is.
Yeah, I had to tab over to the Skype window. I don't know what's going on.
I don't know. So what are you drinking on? For the third or fourth time.
Okay, so I'm finishing up on one of my Fanta pineapples here. I'm almost done with that. I've
Mhm.
got I've got a Mondu mystery flavor, which you probably haven't tried yet, have you?
Shut up, Judd.
And then if I'm really thirsty, I do have a vanilla orange Coke. And then of course I got some Smart toilet water.
Mmm.
What about you?
So I've got some Mountain Dew Voodoo.
Yep.
Yeah, the mystery flavor. I bought a case worrying, oh man, what if it tastes bad and I don't like it and I got a whole case and I only needed the one. No, I'm almost done with the case. So I bought a case of that and a case of ice, and I had like one or two ice and almost all of the Voodoo. So, and then I have a Bang energy drink. If I could face the right way. This is
Bang Bros.
yeah, Bang Fuel Your Destiny. Rainbow Unicorn is the flavor.
Huh.
I've heard it tastes like bubblegum and other things, so let me see. Ooh. Wow. Okay, wow. That tastes like things. Hold on just a second, I spilled some sweat off of my, the can there, got on my keyboard. Just on the armrest, but I don't want it to spread here, hold on.
Oh, Doug.
Go
Get
back.
Doug out here, man.
Okay. I'm back. Did I miss anything?
No.
Oh, damn. Okay. Damn cushion. You can't get up off of it. I'll never sit down right ever again. Okay. Anyway. And then I got some toilet water.
Nice.
Yeah, you know. Mixing it up.
Yeah.
So, do you have a video of the week this week?
Oh, yeah. Well, tell me, I can't believe you just, like, casually just pass that up. So like with the voodoo though, like, so you
Mhm.
really liked it or whatever then? Like,
Yes.
what's the deal with that?
It tastes good.
You were like, holy shit, this is really good, huh? Does Did it
Yeah.
taste like I was saying like candy corn or like some kind of
No.
Halloween
No. No.
candy or something?
No.
What's it
No, not
taste
at all.
like to you then?
Uh, an orange creamsicle or cream soda.
Oh, okay. And you've always liked that kind?
I mean, no. That's the weird thing. It tastes like
Okay.
that, and then other times it tastes like when you eat a whole bunch of Skittles. My wife didn't agree with me. She's like, "Don't diss Skittles like that." I'm like, "No, it. Damn it! I think it tastes good."
Yeah.
But
Yeah. Well,
anyway,
that's cool though. Yeah, I really liked it though.
yeah,
It's really sweet. Like, it's not
Well,
something
yeah.
like I would drink like, I guess as much as like an ice, I guess, or whatever, but ice is a lot more mellow, I guess, because it's more like a Sprite.
yeah.
Low
I
in
like
caffeine.
sweet stuff apparently, so like I don't mind drinking it.
Yeah. Um, but yeah,
Yeah.
what about with you? What else is going on with you? Because you said you were gonna go on about you a little bit after me, by the way.
Oh, oh. I was trying not to ramble.
Well,
It,
so I mean, were you gonna talk about like what you've been up to more, like So you did get a USB adapter or whatever. Was
A
that a
hub.
pain in the butt or a hub? That's what I meant. A hub. Was that like a pain in the butt to wire all that shit up?
no. The only thing is I've got to move it because right now it's going in front of my Alex drawer, and I wanted to go behind, but going behind in a corner and then back the other way is like kind of impossible
Oh yeah.
because I have an extension cable, but I don't know how the hell I'm going to feed it through. So that'll be a project in itself. But I know it works, so that's all I'm worried about. And then I had something else to go on, and I forget already. Yeah, this kind of tastes like bubblegum. Kind of like bubblegum, like I don't know, medicine maybe.
Oh really?
Yeah, because it's artificial. But yeah, I don't know. I thought I was gonna ramble about something I did, and I can't even think what it was now. So it must not have been that important.
Nothing new going on, like video games. Did you play any more Fallout or anything? Like, what'd you do last weekend? Because you did have like a 3-day weekend.
Yeah, nothing. I did game a little bit, but then the rest of the weekend I didn't do anything. Just laid around, watched TV. Like I said, I think I mowed the grass, got groceries. What else? Not a whole lot of anything. Just shit you need to do.
Right.
I went to Walmart, and normally we order stuff online and then go just have it. We pick it up and they bring it to you. And this past week I just decided to, went to the store with a list and bought everything. And boy, I forgot how exhausting that is. Because the list, you never get the shit on your list in right order. You're like, hold on, I can't get that first. That's frozen. Oh, I can't get that first. That's, like a chill thing that'll melt before I get to the front of the store.
Yeah, yeah.
So, and then I gotta go over it like 8 times. Did I forget something? Did I forget something? So,
Yeah.
but yeah, not a whole lot of anything. So anyway,
Yeah. Yeah, you want to get into a video of the week or whatever?
yes.
Okay.
It's not hide and seek. It's the video of the week.
Okay, so you have two. You're apparently a cheater.
Well, they're both related together.
Uh huh.
It's both of the same thing.
Uh huh. Sure it is, Ian. Why the hell is my sound so low? I have everything turned. Okay. So where's the screen share on this fucking thing? McFoy!
It's lower right hand corner next to the heart.
Oh, it's the. Okay. Because that makes sense. Am I screen sharing it?
Yeah, I think so.
Hold on, man. Where's your. Let me pull up the video because your thing went away. All I see is your little avatar.
What?
Yeah, I don't know what. I might want to check what the feed looks like here. Hold on. Nope, it works. That's cool. Whatever. Anyway, so yeah, I saw this video.
So wait a minute, the screen share didn't work on yours. I mean, you don't have to see me to be able to screen share.
Oh, well, no, I meant like I didn't see you. Like, hold on. God damn it. I was just checking the feed and see what it looks like.
Do you just want to go back to the Hangouts?
I don't know.
Because yeah, I say we just do that, and I'll just talk to the audience until I can call you back up on there.
Well, okay, so just yeah, I'm not screen sharing apparently. So yeah, I'll go ahead and I'll go ahead and just close this out, and you can call me.
Yeah, well, I just thought I'd call you on here because that is going away, and we'll have to figure something else out. I guess apparently besides Discord, because that doesn't work, right? Like we couldn't even talk to each other tonight.
Oh.
On there,
Yeah,
right?
it said invalid, and I'm like, what? Okay, let me go ahead and hang up. You call me back.
Okay, I will.
All right, there.
Okay. So he's gonna be gone. Folks, let's see. Yeah, that was weird. Like, yeah, I guess. Well, we'll have to plan whatever Frank was talking about off air because he was telling me about some kind of plug-in for Skype. It's. I don't know though. We'll see. Frank, let's do a video
Hola. Are you
call.
there?
Yeah, I'm here. Are you there?
Ian?
Hello.
Hi.
Hey.
How are you?
Okay. Let me hide this. Oh boy.
What? Where's your camera? Hello?
Yeah, I'm here. I'm trying to figure that out.
Oh, I thought we like got disconnected again. Like how Discord's like, hold on, you're not connected.
I guess we'll have to go back to the same type of thing here, but let me go back to. Let me click on you. All right. And then I'm gonna have to screen share on here, I guess. I have to figure out how to do that again.
Nice.
Okay.
And I'm screen sharing, correct?
Yeah,
Okay.
you should be.
That I know I should be. Whether or not I am is the question. Hold on a second.
Yeah, it was crazy. Even with that, with the Skype thing, it was even like resetting my dark theme for Windows, saying it wasn't like compatible with the adapter settings or something.
Hmm.
But yeah, now like with this, at least now I can open up other windows because it was weird. It was like capturing windows that were over top of the Skype window for some reason too.
Hmm.
Yeah,
How odd.
it is odd, man.
Well, hopefully you get the shit straightened out.
Yeah. Hopefully. So, okay, so you want to go through this video here?
Yeah, so your video of the week is apparently Jay doing his personal rig.
Yeah, it was a personal rig update. Like I was talking about last week, I wanted to, I really wanted to do the epoxy circuit board thing last week, so I decided to hold off on this. But I mean, both me and you have been enjoying watching him do his updates, whether it be like his studio or whatever, his computer.
Mm-hmm.
It's always interesting to watch. I think we did a video of the week with like his first update, I think, didn't we?
Mm-hmm.
But he for those that don't know, he's replacing his Skunkworks computer with a new one, like a new case and everything.
Yeah, and it's not the one I thought he was going to do. He's doing a completely different build with a different box, so I don't fucking know.
Yeah. Well, so this one he decided to paint. He was gonna paint all the. I think he paint all the tubings and everything. Or was that the AMD build? I forget.
That was the like Dark Knight or whatever, wasn't it? Like he painted he accidentally painted the tubes, and he's like, yeah, that's actually a good look. So I think he's doing that with this one. I don't know.
Well, I'm trying to think of what video. I think it is this one where he started because he took apart the whole case and he's was changing the color on it because if you watch the video, you could see like he was showing how rough the texture on the thing was. It was like when you just by touching it or rubbing it, it'll rub some of your skin or hair off onto it because it was acting like a sandpaper.
Yeah.
And so his goal was to, like he was scuffing it out and sanding everything down and then prepping it to be painted and everything. And he wanted to get more of like a satin finish. I think he was using some kind of like metallic thing, like a darker metallic color. And it ended up being a lot more work than he thought it was going to be. But like he actually ordered some like clothing, like shelf hangers or whatever for you to hang clothing on, and he was going to use that as like a painting area, like to hang the parts on.
Right.
And then he did everything outside, although he didn't really capture a whole lot of footage of him actually painting the things. It was just mostly showing him doing like prep work and cleaning and stuff,
Yeah.
But so it was interesting to see, and obviously it didn't. It was most of the video was all about that, and he's taking his time on his personal rig. That's what he said he liked about doing this kind of video, is that since it's just for him, he can be take as much time as he needs.
Yeah.
So it's definitely gonna be a multi-part series, I guess. Him doing this Skunkworks reboot,
Yeah.
And the second video, it was all about him. Like, he was trying to paint like a chrome paint or something on there. With the, if you go, that's what the second link was about.
Yeah, it's a liquid chrome.
Yeah, it was like liquid chrome or whatever, and because I told him if he put that inside of like a, like an airbrush or whatever, then it would give like an interesting effect. But I guess that wasn't working out for. Oh, the reason it wasn't working out was because that's right. I was just remembered because they're saying it takes like 2 weeks to fully cure or whatever. And he was like, fuck that shit. So he tried to do he tried other things. Like, he tried, for some reason, he got like a chrome metallic, like Krylon spray paint or whatever, and then he like sprayed it in a cup so he could put that in the air thing. I don't know why he opted to do that, to put in the airbrush or whatever instead of just spraying. Yeah,
because then he got the stuff, something they add to the paint that made it
aerosolize.
Yeah, I'm trying to find the guy who actually suggested he use liquid chrome. I think is a YouTuber I follow, but he just said that he was a guy on Twitter. I don't think he even knew the guy had a YouTube channel.
Yeah. But so he was trying to paint this SLI bridge or whatever.
Yeah, because it's already silver, but he wanted it to be more blingy. That's why he's doing I think he was doing actual like metal tubes in this one, wasn't he?
I think so, yeah. It was definitely like a more blingy type of thing, with like the GPU blocks and everything. Because I think he was going for nickel plating for the blocks, wasn't he?
I can't remember.
Yeah, have you what about you, like with your how crazy you're gonna get with the GPUs then? Because you were thinking about doing GPU loops when you start doing all this liquid cooling.
I don't even have my second GPU yet, so that's like probably way off in the future.
Are you just gonna do a CPU block for now then?
I mean, it's the part that's overheating. Right now, my GPU isn't actually giving me any trouble.
Yeah.
So, because I think that's what's throttling. Fuck with my shit.
Well, the thing that sucks about doing like GPU cooling then is you get rid of all the RGB shit.
Yeah, but I mean, you can get a block with RGB.
Do they make those GPU blocks now? RGB?
I mean, they put RGB in everything, Ian.
Yeah. That's true. But, I mean, yeah, I guess it depends on what you're going for, if you're trying to go for really high performance or a certain type of look, But Yeah, I guess he was trying to get that certain bridge to work because I guess he had a gold bridge from the all gold bling build or whatever, and that like the light on there was different or something. I guess it has like a
Hmm.
light that lights up. I don't know. Cause I think the one is RGB. I forget. But do you got any thoughts or opinions on it?
On which part exactly? The like
Well, I don't
the
know in general, like his build or the SLI bridge, because I guess the spray paint thing didn't work either, and it looked like crap. He was saying, so I guess he was like, well, I guess I'm going back to the what was it called, chrome or whatever,
liquid chrome. What's up?
liquid chrome, and I I guess he was like, well, I guess I'll see you guys in 2 weeks.
Like he said, there's no time, limit or nothing.
Yeah,
Trying to find
but
the part where he talks about it because I don't know. Anyway,
yeah,
yeah, he's just taping the shit out of it.
yeah,
I mean, it's all about making it blingy. I mean, that's an $80 part right there that he's just tearing apart and painting for the fuck of it.
yeah. It is, man. It's what's crazy.
Maybe you get a different one. Who knows? Actually, he's using the base part of the one for that's a different model because he fucked up the top one. He's like, you won't be able to see it, so it's good enough.
Yeah, yeah. At a certain point, you got to move on, right?
Yeah, if you got one thing that looks good on top and one that's okay on the bottom, and you're not using the bottom one, might as well just fuck it. Use both of
Yeah.
them,
Who gives a shit?
pretty much. I mean, that could be said about so many things.
Yeah. But I mean, do you have any thoughts or opinions in general about his build, or?
I mean, it's not really. I can't really have an opinion yet because it's still like it's going to be so different when he's done with it that making an opinion off of what little parts he showed us now is going to be pointless. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Yeah. And I did see like, I think it was, I forget if it was today or yesterday where he did a video on like, we need to talk about Intel or whatever, where basically he's saying that like he's not gonna wait for like the new Intel shit
Yeah,
to come
I
out
watched
here
that. I watched that
for
today.
his for his new build or whatever, you know.
Yeah, because like he doesn't need more cores basically, and that's all you're going to get.
Yeah.
So it'd be a waste of time for him to wait and not get what he wants anyway.
Yeah. Well, I guess they're kind of guilty of now doing what AMD did with the FX line with the because like wasn't like the 9350 or whatever, it was basically just like an overclocked 8350.
Yeah,
That's what they did with the, what was it, the 9900KS or whatever, where it was just like
yeah.
out
Keep
of the
spinning.
box. Yeah, keep spending.
I mean, it's like Skyrim. They'll just keep selling it to you as long as you keep buying the shit.
Yeah. I mean, yeah, AMD was guilty of that before, but nobody really bought the shit then, you know.
Yeah.
The
That's
8350 was the most popular one, you know.
yeah. A couple of people bought the other one, but not everybody.
Yeah.
Sorry,
You
I got
want to
close.
get into your video of the week here?
Sure, let me see if I can find it. Okay. But yeah, I'm looking forward to it because he's using a lot of off the shelf. Like that's the stock NVLink bridge, but he's gonna make it so it's not gonna be recognizable. Basically, like he's using the Royal RAM and all that, and everything else is gonna be to that standard, I think, and that's gonna be really impressive.
Yeah. Well, the one thing I noticed, I was kind of surprised that it was a good point he made when he was trying to do because he tried to do another thing where he's like, we didn't even beat ourselves this time or whatever.
Yeah,
Like those rib GNs or whatever.
yeah,
Uh, he he said the RGB RAM actually isn't that good for that because since it takes up like voltage and stuff to
hmm
power the LEDs, that's actually bad for overclocking and shit.
I mean, it makes sense.
Yeah.
And like he did a video where he's like, yeah, the RGB SSD actually overheats.
Yeah. Yes. So there's times where an extra option can be a hurdle, you know.
Right. Now, my video of the week is Linus Tech Tips. Tech Tips. Um, I. It's no secret that I'm an ROG fanboy. I enjoy Asus. I like their Republic of Gamers stuff when it makes sense. They do some shit that's why is this so expensive? There's no reason, but
Yeah.
it looks cool. And a bunch of YouTubers must have got hit up by Asus this past couple weeks because they've slowly been building entire setups with just ROG parts. And you know, LTT did it, and they're not they're nothing special in that regard. It's just what basically it's formulaic. You see a new video plan, and the all the channels do it at the same time, and you just got to see who you want to see do it best.
Right.
And a lot of them just did the montage things, whereas Linus and his crew, they actually like just did a video of them putting one together, which is more of a style I like because I could watch it, you know, a montage, and I'm done after the first time watching it. Whereas, you know, seeing guys put it together, I hear their discussion and their reasoning, and you know, it's a little more interesting. And poor Anthony, man, just shave your fucking head.
Yeah, we said that before too. Like, just let it go, right?
It's well, I mean, because I'm like him. I'm balding on the in the front, but like I've lost my widow's peak, and it's slowly going back. Whereas he's got this like he still has the very front, but then behind it is going away. So he's got this like mustache on his forehead,
Yeah.
and it's. I mean, I get it. You want to have long hair, dude, but don't part it down the middle. You're just drawing attention to it. Like, sweep it to the side so you can. It's like a comb over, but your whole head sweep to the side, so it's not really a comb over. I don't know, but
Well,
anyway,
it's better to be neater, you know, like when you start running into that situation.
I guess. Do like Paul's Hardware, just trim it all short. Fuck it. I did enjoy. Like a lot of the stuff I've realized. What's his name? Anthony. He's actually very smart with a lot of this stuff, so he kind of knows more than Linus. It's kind of funny.
You mean the guy we are just talking about? Is
Yeah.
that his name? Yeah.
Yeah, Anthony.
Oh, he definitely knows his shit. He's like if he's running into any kind of problems, he goes to him. Like if you really need to get deep into something, you know, roll up your
I like it.
sleeves.
I like they're using the Gamers Nexus mod mat. But yeah, so like they're using NVMe's just cause the ROG case is kind of lame, really. But like I liked how every time they're like, oh, it's got this extra feature, and every time they thought they had a problem where they'd have to use an adapter, nope, this shit's in there already.
Nice.
Now, the one thing they did use that was kind of like is hokey, and everyone's kind of pointed out, is the Ryujin AIO that they got from ROG. It comes with Noctua fans, which by default that's cool. You know, I mean,
Yeah.
they make the best fans. Why not just use those? But then, like, you know, it's got VRM cooling, quote unquote, built in, where there's like a little itty bitty fan on the top of the pump or whatever, and it's
That's the one with the spider webs of wires coming out, right? I mean,
well, yeah,
I
'cause
think we talked about that.
it's got an itty bitty LED screen, which is ridiculous.
Yeah.
But I mean, if you're going all out with all the the features, it's just like, I mean, basically, it's like, hey, you know, the most RGB thing that happens to work with Aces, it's going to probably be all our ROG.
Yeah. Well, I think what a lot of these AIO makers forget is the fact that these AIOs were meant to be like something simple for you to put in there, and easy. Like kind of sometimes like this in this case they go a little crazy with it.
Yeah, and then like he's pointing out on the graphics card even has fan headers and an RGB header,
Yeah.
which my card does. It's pretty dope. I don't know if I'll use them for anything, but it's good to have. Apparently you can have dual graphics cards vertically oriented in that case though. Which that means it's deep as hell because those are like 3-slot cards.
Oh wow! So they're not like stacked on top of each other like this. They're like behind each other, huh?
I mean, yeah. I mean, look at it.
Yeah, that's pretty cool.
And then I don't know how the hell you run an SLI bridge, but whatever. Oh, that's right, because Linus is like, yeah, I don't know how you're. He's like, we can only run one. He tries to say vertical, but he can't think of the word, so he calls it like showy or whatever. Because he's like, there's no SLI bridge for it, and Anthony's like, "What, you mean this?" He goes, "Are you fucking kidding me?" Because I guess they figured, oh, you might want to run dual graphics cards in SLI. And I think they even used an ROG monitor, which I wouldn't mind having. The headset is a bit of a joke, though. I wouldn't waste money on an ROG headset. Because at that point, just get a real headset, or real headphones and use them like a mod mic or something.
Yeah.
You got to have that RGB, man. I don't even know what CPU they were using. Obviously, I think it was Intel, but
Well, I go back to where you could see what's the name, Anthony's head, where he was like bending closer to the monitor.
Oh,
You
on.
could really.
Yeah, it was not flat. Like, I don't want to make fun of the guy too much because when, like, I've been tagged in pictures where it's like so and so tagged you in a picture and you're like, thanks, asshole. Why would you post that picture? It's like, hey, here's a picture of Frank, and it's like, oh, look how fat I is. A coworker was wearing a T-shirt that was an NPR T-shirt, and I was like, oh, I like that shirt. And a second coworker jumps into the conversation, and it's like, yeah, Frank likes your shirt. If he wore it, it's a NPR because I'm like, yeah, because I'm fat. I get it. I told my wife that. She's like, you've been losing weight though. I go, yeah, I don't fucking know. He's a dick. But I mean, don't get me wrong. It looks nice.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
It looks pretty dope. Like even the power supply has an LED. You know how much power usage that thing has got to just eat up?
Yeah.
Like, because I mean, mine. I don't think mine uses up a lot of juice. Like the cooler's got a screen. The power supply's got a screen. Let me see what. Let me check my power usage real quick. Because even with all my stupid lights, where would it be? Performance? No. Processes. Yeah, another reason I think I should defrag, because, like, I don't know if I mentioned on the show, I'm thinking I should defrag because, like, all the things where I've heard, read where people are like, oh, yeah, it's acting sluggish. And they're like, oh, well, how much RAM do you have? I have 32 gig. I'm only using, right now I'm using 24% because I have Chrome open. Well, basically Chrome, but.
Yeah, it's taking its share.
Yeah,
as
the
Chrome
devil
does.
share. A bunch of services in the back, which I don't want close any of those. Where the hell does it say, like, my lighting? Asus, what's it called? Asus, it was up last time when it was like, uses a lot of power. And I'm like, well, who gives a shit? I'm not on battery power. I don't. That's why I have a 1300 watt power supply. Go ahead.
Yeah.
And of course,
You could do 1300 watt. You could do like 4 cards.
I could do two 2080 Ti's, an SLI, and the 32 core Threadripper, and I still wouldn't be over capacity. With 32 core and two 2080 Ti's, I would be at exactly 1,000 watts.
Yeah.
And I wanted to be over because you don't want to run a PSU at 100%.
Right.
So that was just my thinking. Plus, my previous power supply was actually where I was gimped, because if I wanted to put a new graphics card in there or a different processor, I would have had to buy a new power supply altogether, because it was only like 600 watts. And
yeah, that was always bugging you.
well, and everyone's like, you don't need 1,300 watts. It was $100 fucking. Why not? Ooh, I'm gonna have too much overhead.
Well, it's gonna keep you for a few platforms still, probably, right?
It's gonna what?
You'll be good for a few platforms at least, you know.
Oh yeah,
Try to upgrade.
I mean, I'll probably have to change I'm gonna probably change my motherboard before I change that, because I gotta. Whenever I want to go to the newer boards that support like PCIe 4 and all that, I'll have to go to new motherboard. And even though this is like an older, like this is a EVGA G2 and they're up to like G3 or G4 now, I don't give a fuck. But yes, this is was a fun video to watch. I had 2 or 3.
I don't give a fuck.
What was that? Oh,
I'm just saying, you don't give a fuck.
Oh, I had a couple of videos that I had considered using for video of the week. Like I had they revisited the petabyte project because it was already starting to fill up, but that wasn't actually that entertaining a video, because they're like, and we're gonna go in, and what's it doing? Okay, it's not working. So okay, it's working. Okay, guys, that's the end of the video. I'm like, that's boring.
Yeah.
Like I was actually they reference, oh, we go back to our water cooled render server. I'm like, oh cool, where's that at? And no, they didn't link a new video for that. And I wanted to see that because I watched him build it, and then they like don't do anything else with it. So that sounds like more fun. I want to see that.
Yeah.
So I just decided to use this video because this is, I like how Jay's going back to the style where he just builds them and talks about it, because you hear the reasoning behind why they went with stuff, and you don't get that with a montage. You go, what is that? Why is that there? You have to scroll through for a part picker list, and then they don't explain, well, I went with that because. So.
Do you enjoy watching any of the videos where they're like a lot of the mod videos? Kind of like Jay is doing. Kind of like Jay is doing now, with where he's like painting everything, or he's making custom like PSU shrouds. Those people that actually like kind of like pimp my ride for computers, where they actually get paid to like do like custom everything, basically.
Yeah, well, like I'm a custom guy, like especially obviously with cars. It's all about changing it up to make it fit what you want and need. And the same thing with computers. It's like my case is an awesome case, but it's very cookie cutter, and I want to do something to set it apart. And the little tweaks and things that people talk about. That's the other thing with custom water cooling. I can sit and research for ever and ever and ever, and then just buy all the parts and put the shit together in a weekend, and it'll be unique. That's a custom loop. So
yeah.
So I keep going back and forth with the ideas. Like I'm like, okay, distilled water is best for longevity, but whitewater looks so good under, white fluid looks so cool under RGB. And then I'm like, well, I could do soft tubing because it's going to be easier, and then I can do hard tubing later. And I'm like, well, soft tubing, you get plasticizer, so that even if you use distilled water, plasticizer chunks can get in your block any fucking way. And
You could always do what Jay was doing when paint the outside of the thing white if you wanted.
I
'Cause,
saw.
mean, what's the whole purpose of having it clear anyways? Just so you could see like the bubbles going through or whatever. I mean, like.
Well, I like. There's a thing where to give it a look of what do they call it? To give it a frosted look, they literally just take the tubing and some of them sand it, and then other guys will actually just spray it with like etching primer.
Yeah.
We'll give it like a frosted look, and yeah, I wanna do that. That's cool. Sorry, I'm trying to find. I'm looking for a post from Reddit. There's a subreddit I want to go to. There it is.
Reddit on Reddit.
Right. What isn't on Reddit? Just like Google, everything's on there. Okay, search. Here we go.
Yeah, so that they were going back to the petabyte project because they were filling up. Matt, I don't know about you, but I kind of feel like hard drive, like as far as storage size, we should be like higher because I remember back in like the mid 2000s, like we were talking about, you could have like a terabyte like with multiple hard drives at least, like if you had a couple like 400 or 500 gig hard drives, it'd be pretty easy.
Shut up, Ted.
I mean, I feel like we should have like a petabyte hard drive just like mainstream now.
Shut up, Ted. Yeah, here's a guy. He has an R6, which for all intents and purposes is the same case as mine, except for like basically you can modify it. The frame is the same. There's one panel that you can move to make it like my case. And this is soft tubing.
Soft?
Yeah.
Nice.
And it's a parallel loop because it goes from the pump to the GPU block, and then it splits off and goes back to the CPU. So literally, like half of it goes to the GPU, half of it goes to the CPU.
Sweet.
And back. How did that get on that window? Hold on. Oh, the guy posted his Facebook with more pictures. And I'm like, why do you have to do that? Couldn't you do a gallery?
Yeah.
Is Imager that hard, really? Zoom enhance, okay. But, yeah, he put the fans on the front of the radiator, which I've heard it actually makes a difference to put them on the back. I don't know. And I kind of like the fittings had that little notch taken out, because when I saw the fittings on the pump, I was like, did he like leak? And then I looked at the fittings on the GPU block. I was like, oh no, there's like a little notch taken out to show the color. That's pretty cool.
That's cute.
And I mean, you really wouldn't have to do anything really to make it look too, I don't know, like I mean, you just have to be very conservative with your bends to the CPU block.
Yeah.
And then I think he's just got the radiator in the front. I don't think he's got one on the top. I saw several that had dual radiators, one on top, one on the side. And linking them together would be the hard part. Yeah, there's his fittings. Asus board.
Asus.
Yeah. Yeah. He must work out. But yeah, I mean, I don't know. I'm looking at stuff, getting ideas. This guy is Gasper Kalnorik. So who knows where the fuck he's actually located? I'm not going to his page and checking him out. He shared on the EK fan site or whatever on Facebook. But you know, it's pretty cool. What is it? 9700K, 180 Ti, 3600 RAM. That's pretty cool. But anyway, enough about the video of the week. Would you like to get into some stations?
I would.
All right, hit me with the theme song.
I would.
Man your battle stations. Man your battle stations.
Station.
Oh my! Hey, what's that on their on the wallpaper there, Ian?
Is that?
Play the theme song.
I don't know. What is it?
I mean, you can't tell that's Magneto over to the far right and Beast on the far left and Colossus and Gambit and all those motherfuckers that you can't tell.
No, for me, you'd probably have to zoom in a little bit more, but
Hold on.
I always
Okay,
appreciate
how about
those,
that?
man. Oh, okay, yeah. That's cool though.
But yes, looks like it's a dual system. 'Cause there's dual keyboards and mice. I only
By
see
that-
one tower though.
I finally did see that Dark Phoenix movie, and I thought it was actually decent. I know everybody like was hating on it or whatever, but
I didn't hear anything about it other than when it came out.
you know. But that's pretty cool. Is that like a whole desk mat or something? RGB? Or is that just like an RGB strip?
I don't know. I'm gonna have to check it out. I
That has to
think
be one big fucking mat, man.
right. Well, in previous posts, I've seen people do. They take two desktops and they sandwich them, and they put a little spacer in between, and then they mount the RGB strip to the underside of the top desk, so it reflects off of the top of the bottom desk. And it looks like they've added a diffuser panel here. Let me read the description. Really dig those light strips in front. What are those? Just regular strips? Of course, LED strips, so they're adjustable and controlled by IQ along with everything else, with a custom diffuser over the top so it's not harsh. How did you get the LED diffuser? Oh, they have a link. Yeah, it's literally a thing they bought on Amazon.
I say I appreciate that because that's like a DIY thing, you know.
Yeah.
So how do you plug that in? Does that have to go through USB or something?
I mean, it's what they say it was. It's a Commander Line Node Pro. So it looks like it's one that would go into a Node Pro, which then will go to a USB header. Hold on, let me. Okay, here it is before the diffuser went up. Because see, with a Node Pro, you get 4 strips by default, and okay, I see the other machine. You get 4 strips, and then another 4 if you buy the extension set. And then what's he say? He explains how he did it. I'm a bit confused. Do you have 2 people using the same PC? No, wallpaper scratches across both machines. 2 pieces of wood from a local hardware shop. They wouldn't cut countertop there, so it would have been too long. Would prefer countertop. 2.4 meters, so it's just under 8 feet long.
I wonder who gets the 2 monitors and who gets 1.
There's technically 4.
Oh yeah, you got the one. I forgot about that one up there. Yeah.
Yeah.
So yeah, I was gonna say it sucks you have to have that middle shelf in the middle, but I guess they would probably bow a lot then, huh?
Well, yeah. I mean, it probably, especially since he said it's just wood, so it would definitely bow. And
Probably even if you just had one of those legs like most people do, you have like a single leg towards the back
yeah,
or
but it's
whatever.
8 feet. 8 feet is a long stretch for wood, especially with monitors and heavy shit on top of it. And
Yeah.
plus, I mean, if you got 2 people side by side, this way you're not accidentally bumping into the other person.
Yeah. So is this like a him and hers thing?
I don't know. I don't know. What's the title say?
Yeah, is he like a?
Doesn't say. I
I
mean,
don't
it
know
could
what
just
this
be.
is used for, streaming or something.
I assume so because there's a camera pointed at him. It could be, just 2 bros broing out.
Bromance, bro, potato chip, Teddy Roosevelt.
Are you done? All right. Your next one.
Professor.
Oh boy, they committed to that color.
They sure did, didn't they?
So, okay, what do you got to say about this one?
It's cool. That's cool.
They played Fallout 76 because there's a poster of it on the wall there. Really can't tell a whole lot. Trying to tell what the hell kind of case they got, but I can't even tell that. It looks like a crappy case with like one of those plexiglass panels with like a spot for the fan in the fucking plexiglass.
Yeah.
So, I mean, it looks good, but I'll have to read. Oh, no, nothing. Classic WoW has me feeling blue. First time poster sub. Let me know what you think. Die.
I'm blue, I'm a die.
Nah, not all. And your third station, oh boy.
Oh boy.
So there's another 2 stations in this same little corner here. I mean, kind of, unless that's just a monitor on a. I guess it's just a monitor on a. Oh, there's a laptop. Never mind. I like the pinup calendar behind the tower over there. Top Gun poster. And then a dog.
Like, is it just me or is they cheating though? It looks like they just got like a rainbow overlay on the picture.
I mean, I don't know how they like. I know they got the. There's a pink lamp on the left, a green bulb in the ceiling light there, and then it looks like orange over to the right. I can't tell where the bulb is for that. Let me see the comments.
Well, it's just like despite whatever angle things are at, it's all like vertical, like the lighting.
Well, I'm sure, like,
You see, like in the middle too, it's like straight up and down.
yeah, I mean, it's a panorama shot, so it's a composite, really. We can't quite see where all the lights are. There might be more shit in the room. He says part of a bigger room. This is just the part he uses. I say he, because I don't know.
Well, like you can see the one light on the left, and there's like orange in between the paint. I'm sorry, the left. So you could see on the left that there's the pinkish red there, and then between the green, there's like magically orange or whatever. You know what I mean?
Pink and green make what? Red and the pink and the green combine to form gray. I was trying to figure out what color I could make on the color wheel.
Pinstriper has to look up color.
Well, yeah. I don't have the shit memorized, dude. Oh, you remember where every gradient would become another color?
Well, I'm pretty sure those two colors doesn't make like a perfect looking orange like that.
Yeah. Who knows?
I mean, I don't really care either way. I'm just it still looks cool though. I think it's a good setup. That's why I chose it.
Right. I think you presented them in the proper order.
Oh yeah, I agree on that.
Um, the second your second one got 7 votes, which I'm not even gonna vote because I don't care for this one too much. I like the big TV, but and then this one's just like, okay, why have 3 monitors and only one of them on? I never understood why they do that.
Mm.
Right. But yeah, so the internet says 1, and then 3 was number 2, and then 2 was the bottom. Is what the internet says, and I kind of agree with the internet now.
Excellent!
Anyway, ready for mine?
I guess
Station.
if we must.
That's right. Whoop. So here's my first station. Which I'm zooming and enhancing here to show better detail. So you got a window with some natural light, and you got
Why does it look so dark? Even like the screen.
probably didn't have a whole lot of light in there. I mean, there's a lamp to let you get some backlight. I mean, my room is dark. It's bright enough you can tell what's going on. That's a feat that most people on Battlestations don't know how to fucking do.
Well, I mean that's not from. Is that from like? Because I know the dark theme will like gray. The global dark theme or whatever will gray everything out or make it look darker or whatever. Yeah, you actually have to click on the picture separate or something. At least that's how it is on mine.
Uh-huh. Why can't I scroll? I know there's more shit to the bottom here.
I know
Hold on,
you said that the dark theme fucks up your YouTube timeline thing.
Yeah. Oh, hold on. I got the spinning wheel. Spinning wheels.
Spinner's still spinning.
Yeah. Oh, here we go. They said, what wallpaper is that? Ooh, lo-fi girl wallpapers. So it's like the girls from like when you look lo-fi beats to chill to. So the wallpaper itself is fairly dark because it's supposed to give a look of, you know, daybreak or like twilight hours.
Yeah.
It's Acer monitor, got the M1. I think that's what the case is. The Ghost S1. Sorry, Ghost S1 case. So that's a mini ITX board, case. They got one of those mice with the holes in it to make it lighter. I don't know which one. I don't care. Little MIDI keyboard. Couple little figurines on the desk. I mean, there's not a whole lot here, but it feels like this is really relevant to the person who's it belongs to.
Like this is their whole world.
Well, there's and it's funny you said world. Saying goodbye to this corner of the world. I don't know if they're like graduating or what.
Yeah.
But yes, it's I was like, oh man, that's a cool picture, nice little mini ITX case and ultra wide. I was like, that's cool. And then I was like, but I'm not gonna have a theme with this because whatever. I started scrolling like through the Battle Station subreddit.
Would you ever get any of those? Like one of those, like maybe for an HD PC or whatever?
I mean, I wanted to get a mini or micro ATX case, but I figured I'd be cutting my options in half by going smaller, and
Yeah.
I got a deal on this board anyway, so whatever. But here's the same tower with another ultra wide with another little lamp.
Oh, were you actually going with the theme?
Hold on.
All right.
Looks like power line adapter like me, but and this one even has Star Wars on it, like the previous post. So what the hell? A little coaster on the desk, just like this guy's got a little coaster. What the hell, man? Okay, so we got a theme going, I guess. And this one actually is a kind of cool one because it's clean Ryzen Tosh workstation.
Ryzen Tosh.
So they built a Hackintosh. Well, because see, Hackintoshes are usually classically Intel because that's what Apple uses.
Yeah.
But he used AMD, and I thought that was different. And like I said, it looks good. Oh, he followed the guide in Optimum Text channel. Huh. A whole lot of stuff in here.
That's nice.
Very nice. And I'm sorry, I gave myself a bunch of ringers because I wasn't sure what you would pick.
Yeah, you thought I might have the same one again.
Yeah, I thought you might encroach on my choices here. So give me a sec.
But these are non-pickable, though, huh?
Huh? No, these are in the list. So I had trouble choosing what was going to be my next one because I found several that were kind of similar, and I decided to go with this next one. Hold on, dog.
Hold up.
Because once again, you got an area with like kind of dimly lit with an ultra wide monitor, kind of dimly lit with an ultra wide monitor.
Yeah.
And
Hold up.
yeah, and it's pretty nice setup. If you look at it, it's got a little mini screen there for his specs, vertical GPU, and then it says my first PC build, and so it says custom hardline water cooling loop in your first build. My man, you have big balls.
I have the biggest balls of them all.
First build, that's ridiculous. I'm not only did you do a custom loop, but their bins look perfect. I had to come with a single thing I'm not a fan of. It's a little display in the build, not that it can't look amazing, but the colors you have on it really don't match anything else. Thank you, displays for my temps. I just checked, and the program I use, Cam, is customizable. Thank you for bringing it to my attention. I'll do that in the future. But yeah, they well, yeah, they like Detective Pikachu. Pikachu, I choose
I
you.
still have yet to see that movie.
Me too. I like Ryan Reynolds. I was like, he can't be Deadpool, and I saw him as Deadpool. I'm like, goddamn, I can't unsee him as Deadpool. And I'm like, goddamn it, I won't be able to unsee him as Pikachu.
Not that you've seen him in Deadpool 2 yet, but
No, but I own it, so I can watch it. I don't
you
need you.
do own it now.
Not now. I've had it.
Oh, I didn't know you've had it now. For a while.
Not now. I've had it.
Well, you've had it in the past and now.
That's how things work. When you own something, you own it, you owned it, and you will own it.
I didn't know that you've owned it. What did you get it on Netflix or something?
I'm a man who knows how to get things.
Uh,
That's my Shawshank answer.
oh, so you have it locally then? You're not just gonna like stream it?
Yeah, I have a digital copy of it.
Yeah. Hey, those are always nice. I mean, I know you still want to build up your NAS and everything. It's just money,
Oh,
right?
well, yeah, I need to get hard drives for it. I'm finding cheaper options, but there's other things I want to do first. I want to make sure my gaming rig doesn't fucking overheat.
Make sure it doesn't blow up.
Yeah. So,
It's just so crazy that it's like that for you because it's like you have the Threadrippers. It's not like you have a 16 or 32 or even just a 16.
or 12 or anything. I just have
Yeah.
the 8. I have 8 cores. I'm not even pushing them that hard. I'm just trying to use my XMP profile.
Yeah.
That's literally the only thing I'm dicking with. And it climbs up and will like freeze up and like not perform.
Yeah.
Like, and I've had the AC going when I did that. I don't understand it. And like I've told people, I'm like the AIO I'm using is the best one you can buy for Threadripper because it covers the entire heat spreader. And people are like, "Oh, I doubt that's the best one." Look up what the best one is. Well, you look it up, and the first one that comes up is the Kraken. The Kraken is designed for an Intel chip, nowhere near the size of my heat spreader, and I know the dies are only in the middle. Fuck you. I've done research. So I'm just going to do a custom loop because fuck it. So anyway, so yeah, out of the 3, I don't know which one I like better.
Okay, so go through again and show us what we
Okay,
got.
here's the first one,
Okay.
second one,
All right.
third one.
And then we're judging the other ones too, right?
No,
Oh, okay.
no,
So that's what I asked you before. You're like, yeah, we could pick. They're pickable.
no, no. No, I don't even want to do like rating. I want to say which one you like the most, and then that'd be the winner. Because this is flipping back and forth. 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3 is just fucking
Well, I know
nasty.
we're not doing that, but I just want to make sure it is the ringers. Can I choose a favor for one
No,
of the ringers?
no.
Okay,
Those
so
those are thrown away since you didn't have anything. I don't have to worry about it.
okay. But yeah, I like this one probably the best personally.
See, I like the first one, even though he's only got one monitor. Something about it.
Yeah, I was gonna say what really pops out with you on that one.
I don't know, like the simplicity of it, but it's big in areas where like there's a big monitor and there's plenty of desk space. And I don't know, like the window, like the way the natural light comes through is very inviting. I don't know, because
Because
this
the
this looks like
internet fills you.
no. Internet says 208. This one gets 1.7 thousand, and then this guy gets 81.
Well, you still beat me though, so yours technically won.
Right?
So
I don't think anyone believed him when he said his first. But whatever.
right.
Okay. On to the news. The news.
Nudes. I heard nudes.
Send nudes.
Yeah, send nudes.
Well,
Um,
okay, so I'm gonna read the headline here. Popular YouTube toy review channel accused of blurring lines for ads.
okay, so yeah, this one is It's sort of crazy. Do you remember last week we were talking about how YouTube was like fined by the FTC for like it was like 170 million or whatever, or
Yeah,
like 200 million.
I, yeah, I remember us talking about that, and then I heard a story on NPR, and I want to see if that basically sums up what's going on here. Um, Basically, they're accusing YouTube of targeting kids slash people who watch kid shows on YouTube, and then realizing, okay, you like kid shows, and feeding them ads for kid shit. They basically
Right.
think that targets children, right?
Well, it says popular YouTube toy review channel accused of blurring the lines for ads. Um, so, yeah, I guess they're the watchdog group Truth in Advertising says no. Or can young viewers tell the difference between advertisements and product reviews on the popular YouTube channel?
Oh, this is
Ryan Toys Review. The watchdog group Truth in Advertising says no. On Wednesday, it filed a complaint with the Federal Trade Commission accusing the channel's administrators of deceiving children through sponsored videos that often have the look and feel of organic content. Hosted by Ryan Kaji, the 7-year-old son of Cheyenne Kaji and Loin Kaji, and billed as a channel dedicated to toy reviews for kids by a kid, Ryan Toys Review has built an audience of 21 million subscribers since it started in 2015. In video after video, the host tries out new toys, usually with enthusiasm. The channel has racked up more than 30 billion views. Nearly 50% of the Ryan Toys Review videos have included at least one paid product recommendation aimed at preschoolers, a group too young to distinguish between a commercial and a review. Truth in Advertising argued in its complaint the channel's sponsors have included Walmart, Hasbro, Netflix, Chuck E. Cheese, and Nickelodeon, according to Truth in Advertising.
not Chuck E. Cheese.
Yeah. Many children do not recognize advertising until they are 8 or 9 years old, said Josh Collin, the executive director of the campaign for a commercial-free childhood. Some videos on YouTube channels like Ryan Toys Reviews have noted sponsored content in small type that appears briefly be said or through voiceover thank you to the retailer or manufacturer that provides products. A 5-year-old isn't going to understand that Ryan's talking about the toys because Target is paying him to talk about the toys, Mr. Gollins said. There may be some disclosure, but disclosure isn't meaningful to a child that young. So
Yeah,
that's basically it in a nutshell. It's
Go ahead. They're sorry.
You go ahead.
Oh, like they're getting around where they say, a sponsored ad.
Yeah, I mean they have disclosure where me and you could obviously tell what it is, but I guess they're saying since a kid doesn't know, it's like deceiving or it's lying because they don't understand or something. But I mean it's just
if we're on TV, they wouldn't give a fuck if the kid understood what a commercial is.
yeah. I mean like what that's what I mean like it's I don't know why it's people are up in arms about it because like I mean kids if they can't understand if it's a commercial or sponsored or not, I mean if they're gonna see commercials anyways they're gonna want it,
Right. And they don't even have to see a commercial. They can just see a video of something cool and they want it.
Yeah.
I know I did. I didn't care what the hell.
And there's honestly so much promotion and there's like things to sell shit on TV anyways and just like the show.
Oh yeah, like if you see like what they call that a sponsored ad like sponsored placement or product placement, where like if you see someone drinking a Coke, then that's not by accident.
Yeah.
I didn't realize like I watched. Have you ever seen the Cinema Snob or like basically Brad Jones? His one of his videos, he has a series where he'll watch, like he binge watches an entire series and then he reviews it. And I watched he broke down every episode of The Big Bang Theory, which is fucking 3 hours long. Why did I watch it? I was bored. But anyway, in it, one of his favorite hobbies is to look at like beverages on a table and try to figure out how they blanked out some of the, names of like what smart water. They just changed it to art water, and shit,
Yeah.
to get around that it's not the copyrighted thing. And then later, once they actually you figure they're popular enough that the vendors are like, oh, we can get some money by letting them advertise our shit on this big show. Then they start just putting Sprite in there.
Right. And
So
but no, because of this, there's probably gonna be a big crackdown in the new rules with YouTube. So the whole genre of toy reviews and children, like having like toys and shit is just gonna be demonetized and stuff. So they're gonna be out of a job.
right. Well, the thing that I had heard on NPR that was a big thing before was basically that YouTube targets ads towards children, which I don't regular TV channels do that? Nickelodeon's going to have fucking kids products in the commercials. You're not going to see a commercial for Coors on Nickelodeon.
Yeah.
I mean, but apparently that's a bad idea.
Well,
I mean,
a lot of people, I was seeing a lot of comments. People are saying that this is like TV being pissed off that everybody's going away from standard television and shit.
Yes, they're trying to get back some of it. Well, the thing is, the regular TV doesn't harvest data. They're having to send out data to you and then getting back that you are watching a kids channel versus I think TV, they just lock that they know that this channel is a kids channel, and if you're watching it, it's which is a gray fucking area. They don't have to they put a clickbaity title in. They're like, they're watching your kids. No, not really. They're fucking saying, hey, this kid's watching it? Okay. You seem to like watching Tiny Toons and Peppa Pig. Which is bullshit, because I like Tiny Toons, but whatever.
Yeah.
I mean...
I guess they're worried about, because you're technically, like... I'm not saying technically, but, like, they're worried about it actually being, like, a form of lying to the kids or deceiving them in some way or whatever,
Kids don't know or care. They're going to want cool crap however they see it. And it's just like... You're not protecting the kids by they can't see this commercial, but then the actual commercial on broadcast television is fine. It's a weird morality, like Dave Chappelle said about titty bars. You can see a woman half naked, but you can't have a hat on.
Yeah,
it's like, can't we just have one standard instead of double standard?
Well, I guess there might be a concern, like, if, like, I guess they're saying there should be some kind of regulation as far as, like, because, I mean, the kid's gonna whine to their mom and they want this thing or whatever, and is there any kind of, like, make quality control on if the product is gonna be good or not or something,
I mean,
it's a mistake if the mom gets it for them then. Isn't that good?
It's advertising. Doesn't matter how the hell the kids watch it. I think it's stupid.
Yeah.
Kids are gonna want what the fuck they want. I don't care how they see it or why. They see something that they want. They fucking want it. Just you go to a grocery store and sit in line, and tell me that in the line, what do they call that section? The impulse section. That's not for us adults. That's for the children to go, oh, give me that. I want those. Candy. Right? We've all heard that stupid shriek.
Right.
That's all that advertising is for kids. And, I mean, doesn't matter if it's meant for kids to watch. I mean, like, on a kid's channel. If it's a kid's product, they're going to fucking see it.
Yeah.
So...
Well, isn't it just sad that, like, it's gotten so political with this stuff, and then people try to use kids as a way of getting what they want then? You're like, oh, the children.
Yeah, we gotta protect the children. Facebook is targeting kids. I think that was Facebook recently. That was the thing that targeted ads. I don't know.
Yeah, and like I'm totally against it, but like I just I try to see both sides and I try to understand both sides. I guess it's like I don't know.
It's a double standard. If regular broadcast TV can have a you know channel for kids to do ads that are structured for kids, and that's okay, but the internet can't. That's fucking retarded.
Yeah.
That's just me saying that, but I think I'm right.
No, the internet is taking all our traffic away. We gotta do something.
Right. I mean,
It's not,
it's their
it's a
last.
bad thing.
It's their last desperate grab at trying to recapture what little power they had. It's sad and embarrassing at the same time somehow.
Yeah.
I mean, yeah. Well, like to this day, you can't. There's no broadcast TV commercials for cigarettes. They used to have them, and then they got rid of them. And I don't smoke, so I really shouldn't care. But I think that's horseshit because if kids are gonna fucking smoke, they're gonna fucking smoke. Like they were trying to get like I like Obama, but he was trying to make it so flavored tobacco products that'll make kids want it. Shut up! They're not eating candy.
Well, and a lot of people don't realize that this is they think that's just their YouTube, them on YouTube or whatever, but that's like their whole livelihood is gonna go away now. Several thousands of people's livelihoods probably are going to because of that.
Yeah, I mean, people are like, "Oh, that's not a real job." If you're the most popular channel on YouTube and that's what you do for
30
money,
million views.
the whole family is getting together to make it. Yeah,
Well, they're gonna have to start going to the soup kitchen, man.
yeah. Sorry, Timmy, you're gonna actually have to start working. I'm not old enough to work yet. No, you gotta. I remember commercials or like interviews where they're talking to the kid and they're like, "Oh yeah, They were proud. The kid that just did a channel for fun got all this popularity,
Yeah.
and like he's the next PewDiePie, but because his ads are going to kids, just fucking like that's the thing we argue about with the pop-up ads for YouTube. We're like, can it be relevant to what I'm? If it was a tech tuber, I don't need a commercial for Grand Canyon, Institute or the stupid Christian college. I want tech-related, commercials. Well, we get that because you're watching a kid show, so they put up kid commercials, and apparently they think that's wrong,
Yeah.
right? I don't.
Right.
I don't understand.
Christian.edu.
I want it targeted at me. I mean, I don't want it like how it is now, where I mention something and I pick up my phone and there's an ad for it.
Or it's like listening to you. That's
that's
kind of creepy.
Yes, but as far as no, as far as it knowing what I'm trying to watch, that makes sense. But
Yeah,
anyway,
based on your preferences. It should be preferences, not like
what
like shit, creepy shit.
yeah, well, like that was the problem with the ads before. It was like, oh, the vendors are like, sorry, we don't want to support this bullshit. Well, maybe someone who's actually got a product related to it will support it. But no, you're just going to take away the commercials for everybody. It's demonetized.
So it is.
Okay,
Well, why don't you go to another platform, Frank?
let's get on to another article here.
You could always do that. Not that there is one, but
Right, you can go to the next thing that'll be gone in a week, probably by Google too. Copy.
there's more ISP choices out there.
Yeah, even though there's only one, but it's competitive somehow. Okay. DOJ pushes Google and Apple to ID 10,000 users of a gun scope app. What? Department of Justice.
So there's a gun scope app now.
I mean, sure, why not?
The data request is part of a weapon export investigation, but it has privacy experts concerned. The U.S. government has reportedly ordered Apple and Google to hand over the names, phone numbers, and IP addresses of at least 10,000 users of a gun scope app. The data request is part of an investigation into weapons export violations, but it has privacy experts understandably concerned. According to Forbes, this is the first known case of U.S. investigations demanding personal data from users of a single app from Apple and Google.
Oh, sorry. No, see, then that would be like a. Oh, you like guns, but you wanted a scope app? Oh no, we're gonna. But you can't show a child a commercial for a toy, but you know if you want like guns, oh, you must be willing to be a bad guy. Which
Yeah.
I'm sorry, like, I'm not a big Second Amendment guy. I don't care.
Your dad is, though, right?
Oh yes. He's a gun guy. Which I trust me. I like knives. I like guns. I don't own a bunch because at some point I'm going to own all of the guns. But it's if you like them, just like old cars. I don't think you should. Nope. Sorry, you can only like Priuses now. If
Yeah.
you want guns, if you want all that crap, as long as you're not going out and actually shooting motherfuckers with them, then that's stupid.
Well, and
Did they
this
go?
is just an app to help.
Yeah. Did they go to the NRA and say, okay, we need all your members' phone numbers and addresses? And I mean, a scope. That's just okay.
Well, did you know in like other countries are like even worse? Like I know in Germany because like I watch this guy that's he does like a lot of DIY lethal weapons. He has to be able because it's like on YouTube and he has to get around a lot of stuff. Like he makes these air airsoft powered arrow shooters and the arrow has to slide on over the barrel. It can't go through the barrel, otherwise it's illegal. But if it's a tube that goes over top of the tube that shoots the compressed air out through, then it's considered a toy. It's like ludicrous.
Well, when I was in college,
Or like
we
putting like a light on your gun or whatever, because you could have attachments like lasers and lights. There's heavy regulations on just those, just the attachment part.
right. Well, like I said, when I was in college, we made guns for shooting Jello, but they made sure that we knew that if it was an angular arc, then it was okay. But if it was a straight linear shot, then it's technically a weapon, and they couldn't endorse it. I'm like, shut the fuck up.
Yeah. Well,
Just call it a fucking gun. Who like it could be like a cap gun, a pop pistol. No one gives a fuck. Calm down. Get your panties out of your butt.
I don't think people realize too how easy it is to make a gun. You could just make a gun with some pipe and whatever at Home Depot.
In Fallout, the most common weapons are pipe pistols, literally like made of scrap you find in the wasteland,
Yeah.
and it's literally like rusted pipe and shit. But yeah,
But
so
it's cool for you to have your flamethrower and stuff, right?
no, it's not a flamethrower.
But anyways, as far as the app specifically, though, the app in question is Obsidian 4, which controls rifle scopes by American Technologies Network Corp. It has more than 10,000 downloads in Google Play, and it's unknown how many times it has been downloaded through the App Store. As Forbes explains, the Immigration and Customs Enforcement ICE department is investigating illegal ATN scope exports. In theory, figuring out where the app is in use might indicate where the hardware has been shipped.
Oh boy.
But the experts note that for starters, a lot of innocent people could have their data swept up as part of this request. Information
Yes.
like phone numbers and IP addresses could be used to locate users, and it's hard to say how the government might use that intel. This could also set a chilling precedent for data requests from other types of apps like dating and health apps. Because the request is so broad, Apple and Google may fight it, but the fact that ICE even asked is a bit unsettling.
Yes, because once you do it, you establish a precedent. You can say, "Oh no, just because you gave it to us last time, why can't you give it to us now? And it's, like when they create a backdoor to unlock a locked phone, they, once they do it once, well, what's to stop them from, saying, oh no, yeah, now every time we can unlock it. The gun app, let us get that. Well, now we want the dating app, and like you said, or the,
Yeah.
job app. Now, if someone wants to become a pilot, well, they want to be a pilot so they can fucking fly planes into the World Trade Center. We gotta know everyone who does that. That's not your fucking business.
Well, it's just like, the candy at the when you check out, like you were saying before. It's the kids with the kid. Once you give them an inch, they want a mile, man.
Yeah, these are like you said, the hand in the cookie jar.
Yeah, they're like kids.
Mm-hmm. Sad to say, and it's the government doing it.
Government. Government.
Yeah, like the cheese. Okay, we'll go to the next article here. I'm trying. I don't think I have tech articles, but I'm seeing if you have anything related before I just throw mine in there. I'm gonna try to remember to go to them before we jump to the next subject.
Right.
Movie Pass. Oh boy, Movie Pass is still a thing. Left tens of thousands of credit card numbers exposed. Oh boy.
There's another Uppy Upperton article.
I mean,
these are kind of sad today.
well, this is just gonna make people not want to get some bleeding edge bullshit. Like, they barely got Movie Pass. Like, people got it when it was, good and you can do stuff with it, and now it's gone away, and now they're gonna find out that it's wary. And okay, but I digress.
Yeah, Mossab Hassin, a security researcher at Dubai-based cybersecurity firm Spider Silk, recently discovered that the company had left tens of thousands of user credit card numbers exposed to the internet. An exposed database on one of the company's subdomains resulted in 161 million records on various types being exposed, a number, if precedent holds, that could grow even larger, and while much of this data was not sensitive, a good chunk of it was.
Oh boy. What the hell? What?
Oh, and it gets worse. Some customers' names and addresses were also exposed to the internet. The data also includes logs of failed login attempts as well as subscriber email addresses. None of the records in the exposed database have been encrypted. The data has been exposed for months, and like so many companies, MoviePass didn't appear to be in much of a rush to address the problem.
Yeah, they're waiting until they just go under, and then who gives a shit?
Yeah. That's
You
crazy, man.
You better get damn, what's that shit called? LifeLock or whatever.
Yeah. How's that Ring doorbell working?
I mean, it can either be too sensitive or, just fine. That's about it. There's no middle of the fucking road there. So, yeah, let's move on before I get all bummed down here.
Well, not that this isn't going to be any better, but okay.
Oh, thanks. Federal government gives customs officers permission to break social media platform rules forbidding fake account. What? I don't understand.
The scanning of Visa and Green Cards applicants' social media accounts during the application process continues to escalate. Even though the program hasn't shown itself to be effective in keeping the country free of terrorists or criminals, the DHS and its components continue to believe this is an essential part of their national security infrastructure. If the ultimate goal is to create a worldwide chilling effect on speech, then this program is coming along nicely. Knowing immigration and customs officers are going to be taking a deep dive into your social media accounts results in a lot of self-censorship, since it's not entirely clear what screeners are looking for. Presumably, this has been left to officers' discretion, which
Oh, that's
means it's well, it's a we'll know it when we see a situation. Performing a deep dive means having access to as much of an account as possible. Limits placed on title or site visitors without an account appears to be frustrating customs officers. So they're officially been given permission to create fake accounts to better access the content they're screening.
so you can be catfished by the fucking government.
Yeah.
I mean, at what point is it going to be realized that this is entrapment?
It's whatever they say is cool.
Yeah, what is it? They say on Weekend Update. What nothing? What nothing matters? Okay. Like that guy was pretending to have an interview with Trump, and he's like, "Yeah, I fired him because I didn't want him to prosecute me. What did I get him? Didn't I win? What? Oh, I'm being told nothing matters."
They just do whatever the fuck they want, man.
Yeah. If I understand the Patriot Act only made sense because we were freaking the fuck out. We thought there were sleeper cells. We're like, oh yes, of course, let them, of course, let them into all of our lives and do whatever they want. And then once they're balls deep in it, we find out that, oh wait, no, they're not looking in the right places. And what? Oh, you mean, never mind. They do it with.
Well, and this is how like conspiracy theories and stuff form, because it's like then it makes it a lot easier to believe the government would stage shit just so that they could get more power, just like this kind of thing,
Yeah, they faked the moon landing. Why? Because that way they could get Ian to tell us what he did on the 5th. It's
and then you get somebody like Alex Jones with the Sandy Hook shit.
I mean, don't they understand that like the shit's already like barely legal? Like when they do, if you ever watch To Catch a Predator, they always say they were sent to the police, but they couldn't detain them because they didn't technically break a law. Yeah. And they like they've got multiple guys like the same day, multiple times, but. Yeah, let's go ahead and let the actual the police just start doing it.
We can't force you to give our password, but we're allowed to cut your finger off to unlock your phone.
Yeah. Yeah. Okay, that's
And I can't promise the gaming articles are going to be that much better either.
Well, let me go to my tech articles here real quick. Hold up. I'm just going to blow through them because it's already getting late. Amazon found selling unlicensed cell signal boosters. Some of them can cause genuine trouble for cell networks. Amazon's been found selling more than some unsafe products. I haven't clicked the link, but I'm assuming it's like bootleg chargers. Wired has learned that the internet retailer has been selling cell signal boosters without FCC licenses, such as those from Mingcall, PhoneLex, and Subroad, including some marked as Amazon's choice. The devices are not only unlikely to pass the registration process with carriers, but have caused service disruptions. More than one buyer has received complaints from carriers after their boosters interfere with cell towers.
Huh.
So, yeah. They not only are selling them, they, like I said, Amazon's choice. Oh well, nothing that affects me, right? I mean, until some dumbass thinks he's boosting his good service. Let me boost my signal, and then it fucks with mine.
Yeah.
Then I've talked about. Oh, fuck you. No. Ad block. Okay. Remember I mentioned the OnePlus phone coming out, or the TV coming out?
Yeah.
OnePlus TV will be a Dolby Atmos equipped display with 8 speakers. Just don't expect it to compete with Atmos soundbars. Oh boy. I posted this in a chat that's all about audio, and apparently, like the speakers are like under the screen, which I have no problem with that because their speakers now are on the phone are loud as shit. They like made them louder than the last ones. The fingerprint reader is under the screen. The fact that they're addressing audio at all on a TV is fucking mind blowing. Because have you ever bought a TV and go, man, this thing sounds great?
No.
What is the one part of the cable subscription that you don't watch? The fucking music channels. Everyone that gets them. Channel 99999 is like Latin beats. Gangsta rap. You'd never use it because why? Bass sounds like ass on a TV.
Yeah.
So.
Well, you're an audio guy. What do you think about that whole Atmos thing in general? Like, is it a feature that's like worth it? I guess.
I mean, I don't have the money to sink into even a good enough set of headphones to worry about it, let alone, a full like, home theater-esque, like.
Well, Atmos is dependent on your room too, right?
Yeah, I don't have the time or the patience for that shit.
Oh, you're not gonna arrange like your setup to fit your spatial setup or whatever.
I'm lucky enough to get the time and the patience to, address my antenna so I can get a local channel. You ever scan for local channels?
Yeah.
Yeah. What happens? You sit there like an asshole and walk around the house. Okay, do I get a signal here? No. How about here? Ooh, I got a channel. Okay, let me move it three quarters of an inch. Okay, I got another channel I didn't get before. But yeah, so I'm just glad they're trying to address it. It's a step in the right direction. If competitors have to look at it and consider it and consider speakers on their, because the TV has speakers, but why are they shit? They shouldn't be shit. Make them good.
Yeah.
But anyway, what I was saying about, shut up, Ted, about hard drives. Where's, oh fucking thing, go away. Where's MAMR? 18 terabyte. We're Hammer and Mammer or whatever. Like how they're doing multiple platters. Announces 18 terabyte and 20 terabyte hard drives.
That's a weird number, 18.
Yeah, here it is. Mamar and Hammer in different HD. Yeah, it's about the technology, but yeah, 20 terabytes. So you can effectively have 2 drives in a fucking machine and have 40 terabytes.
Yeah.
I mean, it's probably going to be $1,000, but like not that long ago, like if I look up NAS builds on YouTube, my favorite ones, I think it was Tech Syndicate. They had a machine with 10 hard drives, and they were only 4 terabytes a piece, so it was 40 terabytes.
Yeah, or if you do that, and then you go to like what's the most like a case can do. Like I know don't you have a case where you could do like 10 in there or something? You could have 200 then.
I can have 16.
Okay, so that'd be 320.
Yeah. But, I'd have to get SATA splitters and all that shit, and it'd be a whole mess. But yes, so 20, it'll take a while to build up, but if I had 20 terabytes, that'd be about what I would need total. Because I have a shit ton of drives as it is. So who knows when these will be available. Well, it says 20 terabyte capacity sometime in the first half of 2020. So this will be interesting.
Well, are the 16s, those are mainstream, they're out already, right?
Well, let me look. Hold on. Let me go to Newegg.
Because I know you were holding up for that at least.
Well, maybe 12s. I can get a 10 terabyte drive for 100 and something if I'm okay with shucking. Oh, shucks.
Well, that's what you did.
Well, yeah, but it was still more expensive then.
Yeah.
What the hell? Come on, why is it freezing? Hold, please.
Hold up.
And I even hit refresh. Let me just make a new tab. Go back to Newegg. 16. But yeah, it looks like for 16 terabyte, the cheapest you're going to get is about $437
$400. That's a.
on Newegg for a Seagate.
Now, are you planning on spending less than that? Hopefully, on your water cooling.
I mean, yes.
Yeah, that's a lot of money, man.
Yeah, 434. But see, you gotta look at it, because if I bought an actual like made to go, but in a computer hard drive, not a shuckable drive, for 12 terabyte, it's 337. So it's only $100 more, and you get 4 more terabytes.
Yeah.
Or this one's 500 and something. I don't know. So yeah, I'll wait until shit's on sale.
I bet you it'd probably the 20 terabyte would probably going along that scheme. That'd probably be $600 or $700.
Yeah, but it's one drive that that'd be it, and then you'd like save like what? Let's see. I don't know. Last year we were talking 10 terabyte was like $500, which isn't really now, but might as well be.
Well, if you did the 45 drive thing, you could probably get close to a petabyte then, right?
Yeah. I'm probably just
20 times 50 is 1,000, so a little bit under there.
I'm probably only gonna get maybe a 24 bay like 4U rack at some point. But see,
That'd be awesome.
but not yet. Like right now, I'm going to fill up my case that supports 16 drives because I have it, and I have a motherboard, and I have everything. I still might have to update the PSU though, because it's only 600.
Yeah, how much does that shit take, like a hard drive?
What, juice?
Yeah.
I don't know. I'd have to go to PC Part Picker and then just add hard drives until it said that it would take up more, power than I could put out.
It's probably like 50 watts or something like that.
I don't know.
All right. You got any more texts?
Yes. Oh yeah. Hold up. Philips gave in to the hipsters and made Hue filament smart bulbs. I like this because they gave in to the hipsters.
What's you filament?
Well, you know how the Hue lights are the smart lights.
Yeah.
I think filament. See how they're like the Edison bulbs?
Oh, I see. Yeah.
So they're like smart Edison bulbs, basically. Which really, like, depending on what it's plugged into, you could just right here, the fucking little plug. Whatever you plug it into, that makes it a smart light. Do you buy a fucking Edison bulb? I mean, I don't know what the actual, like, I assume they're better than the old school Edison bulbs because they're LEDs, right? They're not actual. I don't know.
Yeah.
I don't know. They're vintage looking. I don't know if they're actually vintage. I don't know.
Well, it's true, unless if you get like something that's like, if you need some RGB or whatever, you're just controlling the on and off state with it. You don't.
Oh, but
you could just plug it into something.
That's
smart.
These people just Google lately. They type up what they're looking for. They find it and they hit OK. And Philips Hue is a reputable brand. People fucking buy it.
Yeah.
Because especially it's like Razer or Asus. It all syncs up to the same bullshit. If you have something that supports everything and you're stuck in that ecosystem.
Yeah, that's the new thing is that it's workable with the Razer software now, so everybody's like thinks that shit's worth it just to be able to. Ooh, everything's flashing red now because I got a kill. You know.
Right. So this one I just got because it's the title seemed interesting here. $13 Zero Pi is a tiny headless computer with gigabit Ethernet. Because you know, like the Raspberry Pi, I think the last one was Zero Pi, wasn't it? Raspberry Pi Zero.
Pie hole.
Yeah, that's an app. Excuse me, yawning here. Friendly.
So that'd be good. Something good for networking and shit.
Well, hold on, dog. Friendly Lex latest tiny computer is really tiny, measuring just about 1.6 by 1.6 inches. The Zero Pi is also cheap, selling for just $13. What you get for that price is a single board computer with 1.2 gigahertz all-winner H3 quad-core ARM Cortex A7 processor, 512 megabytes of RAM, gigabit Ethernet, and a micro SD card reader. It has a micro USB port for power and a USB 2.0 Type A port for data. What you don't get is any sort of video output. The Zero Pi is meant to be used as a headless computer. So it means you can use it as a file server as a basis for other electronic projects. Supports Linux-based Ubuntu writing systems. Anything that supports people writing software and shit is awesome. Looks like the NanoPi Neo, but the first model is the Ethernet support. Price $13. Sells accessories. Sorry, power supplies, micro SD cards. There's a $5 metal combo option that includes a heatsink and metal case, for example. Or you could add a clear acrylic case for $1.
Wow.
And yeah, I mean, it looks like that. I mean, that's basically a Nook.
Yeah. Well, what was got you interested about this? Is this something you would do?
I mean, I'd have to have a specific purpose. I just like it's a tinkerer's device,
Oh yeah, that's definitely what it seems like.
and I mean, it's fucking tiny. This is so small it'll fit on a fucking keychain. I'm sure.
Well, it's kind of like a GoPro, right? Size.
What I say, 1.6 by 1.6, so it's tiny.
Yeah.
And it's got a gigabit Ethernet. I mean, just the options are just so tasty.
A pie.
I mean,
My pie.
well, like, you could make a server, that literally just like all you need is a JBOD, like just a bunch of disk or a disk shelf, and then slap this on it. And as long as you didn't have to do any actual transcoding, I guess. I don't know. It's pretty interesting.
Yeah.
But anyway, on to the next kinds of articles here.
What kind of articles were those, Frank?
Speaking of gaming,
Gaming. Speaking of gaming,
young developers on Starbound say Chucklefish exploited their free work. What?
Yep.
Former developers say they worked hundreds of hours for no pay. Oh my.
That basically says it.
A lot of words here. So
Yeah.
please read this article for further information. Thank you and have a nice day.
Allegations of employee exploitations and difficult working conditions on Starbound have popped up in forums before, but this issue was highlighted recently by a widely shared tweet thread from designer Damon Reese, in which they outlined how they started at the age of 16, worked hundreds of hours on Starbound, and wasn't paid a single cent. Other former workers have come forward with similar stories of their own former worker Fatal Star, aka Christine, tweeted, "I put in at least 100 hours of work and didn't see any sort of compensation. I was really naive and too afraid to ask to be paid because anyone who did would be screamed at."
Screamed at? Can I have some money? What? No.
No, shut up.
Okay.
But yeah, I mean, it's like, you know, the whole thing when, like, when you're young and you're just starting out in your industry and you're trying, you know, you'll basically do anything to try to get in there, you know.
There's a subreddit I follow. I think it's called For Exposure, and it's literally like just basically slut shaming. Whenever like someone's like, "Hey, you should join this and do it for free," you know, for the exposure, and everyone's like, "No, I'm an actual artist. I need to live." Like,
Yeah.
it's hilarious.
And by the way, these are the makers of that. I don't know, were you ever a fan of that Stardew Valley?
Ben was.
Yeah, that's what I thought. It was like either you or Ben. I was forgetting.
I never played it. I guess is it like Animal Farm?
Yeah, I think so.
Hold on, let me. Excuse me. Excuse me.
Oh my god. Oh my god.
Oh, was it a Twitter account? Hold on. Yeah, it is Twitter. Hold on. Yeah. Okay, hold on. I thought it was Reddit, but let me paste and go here. For exposure. Some people expect artists to work for free. These are real quotes from real people who want you to work for exposure. No naming / shaming. Quote, as a conference organizer, I continue to be amazed at how many people ask for airfare and accommodations for a 50-minute talk. Be humble. It's a privilege to talk to a conference, so pay for your own travel and hotel and check your ego at the door. No. I'm not going to talk at a conference if I have to fucking pay my way there. Are you retarded?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. Shaq's, did you see the Shaq thing?
No.
Are you an animator or an artist? Visit ShackTunes to download one of my stories and use it as the inspiration for an original cartoon that you draw to life. If selected, you'll be awarded $500 for your animation will be shown on my new show, Shaq Life. Good luck. So, basically, Shaq's doing a show, and if you animate something that he talked about doing, you'll get $500, which is bullshit.
Oh. Wow.
Yeah.
What?
Oh, yeah, there's 30 comments on this.
Yeah, there's lots of ways where companies just try to look for free work, man.
Well, like, it's, you know, companies and, like a lot of them are screenshots. Oh, it's like, hey, you know, we'd like to get you for gigs. Actually, it's money I earned, which I exchanged for food, and it's a really good gig. You'd be making a mistake not to do it. Oh, hold on. No worries, bro. Can you just fly here, right? Of course, man. Just let me know what dates work for you, and we'll work something out. Seeing as you're not going to have to fly me out, we can even work something out with the rate. Okay, firstly, I thought you will do this for free, and you also have your scene from the cost of the flight from Germany to blank. So let me get this straight. You want me to take the time to learn your repertoire, take time off work, fly down to blank on my own dime, and play a commercial gig for absolutely free? Why not, bro? It's the love of the music that feeds us, right? Actually, it's the money I earn, which I exchange for food, that does the trick. Either way, I'm sorry, but I'm going to have to decline this offer. It's a really good gig, actually, and I think you're making a big mistake to not do it. also just told you yes. Also, you just told me yes now, and you tell me no. It's a little bit unprofessional, bro. Come on, bro. I already told the band that we are going to have the best drummer playing with us. Come on, bro. I was praying to Jesus that you will say yes, and he answered my prayers. So come on, bro. Wow, there's a whole thread of this. This is
Bro.
like I said, I'm happy to do it if you're willing to fly me down and pay me to give you a good rate because of it. It makes no sense for me to do it for free. It's an absolutely ridiculous offer. Look, I'm going through a divorce and I need this gig, bro. Don't do this to me. I'm sorry to hear that, but I'm not going to do it for free. Are you heartless? I mean, yeah. So stuff like that is the shit you read. It's a whole. The whole thing is just. It could be the subreddit mildly frustrating. It's. Oh, someone said, "Don't repost my art," and they said, "They don't get popular." Or then don't get popular. So yeah. Anyway,
Yeah.
um, okay, you gaming. Oh, sorry, you have two of those, huh?
Yeah.
Yeah, bro. Seriously, bro. Is Valve still censoring adult games on Steam? Update.
So yeah. So you remember how Valve was basically like they had that whole thing with what was it like novels or whatever with risque
Visual
shit in
novel.
them or something, visual novels, and then there was like a whole uproar about that, right? And then they were like, oh, we'll just allow anything.
Pretty much, like they had a school shooter simulator,
Yeah.
terrorist simulator.
So they can have that, but over a year has passed since Valve announced it would allow everything short of illegal and straight-up trolling content on the popular Steam game distribution platform. But some adult game makers are discovering there are a few apparent unstated exceptions to this policy. Visual novel Tayman in Asagi is the latest such game to apparently be pulled from the platform without warning this week. The E-Rogue visual novel series, which was first listed on Steam last month, had all 4 episodes come down the service late Tuesday, or from the service late Tuesday, according to tracker SteamDB. If Steam still had explicit standards against adult content, Taiman and Asagi is definitely the kind of title you'd expect to be censored on the platform. The game's overarching story about ninjas and demons fighting over the fate of a futuristic Tokyo society quickly devolves to a character being captured and transformed against their will into a sex slave, according to one synopsis. Yeah. While other uncensored adult games have found a home on Steam under Valve's Allow Everything policy, that game isn't the first erotic title to face problems on the service. So it's definitely not like...
Come on, bro.
It's still kind of like, I guess, a risk to be on there with that shit, you know?
Yeah. I mean, it is their platform, but it'd be nice if they just said what the fuck they actually mean.
You see, YouTube does it really good because they're really vague about shit, and they're not gonna be transparent anytime soon about what they want, so they could basically get away with anything then.
Yeah. That's shitty.
Yeah.
Okay. And before you
sucks. Next.
right before you get into your what the fuck news,
Yeah, I'm sure you got some gaming shit, don't you?
nah,
No.
but I got internet stories.
Interwebs with
Yeah.
the Z.
Internets. It's a series of tubes.
Okay.
One more time. Just because the internet didn't explode doesn't mean killing net neutrality was a great idea. This is a more of a read for like people. Basically, they're like
Oh shit.
basically people have said, well, yeah, they took away net neutrality and internet speeds have actually sped up. Shut up. It didn't fall down a rabbit hole and die the day it was, struck down, but that doesn't mean things are all right. So it's a good read, an opinion piece. I'm not going to read the whole thing because that's really what it is. I'm sure I'm not going to change everyone's minds, but it's something worth a read. I'm just going to
It's
say
definitely not cheaper, that's for sure.
yeah. Not more competitive. By the way, hold on, close this. Okay. Who knows? Top VPN attacked by Chinese cyber criminals.
Oh shit.
APT5 group attacks unpatched VPN servers from Fortinet and Pulse Secure.
Shit.
Hold on, pause this fucking pop-up ad. Okay. Even with fucking ad block, I still get these. Some of the world's top VPN servers are currently under attack by a group of Chinese state-sponsored hackers after details regarding vulnerabilities in their products were publicly disclosed at this year's Black Hat Security Conference. Well, yeah. What did you fucking think? I didn't read that part, but well, now this should just be filed under dirt.
Did you watch Linus's video on how to be totally like private or whatever?
No.
Like he was talking about the private mode on your browser isn't gonna cut it.
Nah.
So yeah, he talked about VPNs and shit, and even like I don't know if have you ever messed around with the like that Tor browser or whatever?
Nah.
Never gone on the deep web.
Nah. Just when I trade humans. So, cops digitally erase suspect's facial tattoos to make him look more like the robbery suspect caught on camera. What?
Yeah, here's more happy-go-lucky stories here.
It's bad enough to use in face recognition, but they're blurring out the fucking shit so he looks more like him.
Yeah, they're fucking with the shit. When the police have already decided who they like for some unsolved crime, almost nothing will stop them from getting their man. Investigations are supposed to involve investigating, but when a handful of tipsters said a black man robbed a bank, the Portland PD went to work trying to pin 4 bank robberies on one man via simple justice. The problem with this man was that his list of distinguishing features, he had several, all as plain as the tattoos on his face, all photos via court documents. That's Tyrone Lamont Allen's booking photo. This is an image of the suspect captured by a bank's security system. The first thing that jumps out of this photo is the lack of things that jump out. His tattoos on his face captured by bank cameras. Plenty of tattoos on a suspect. The Portland police decided to arrest, but at least investigators did a little footwork first and a little Photoshop work as well. Here's
Yeah,
the
little.
They used
Look at the lineup photo.
Yeah.
Now, check this out. The original photo, he's got tattoo hairline. Okay, so he's fucking bald, but they shaded it in so that it looks like it's his hairline.
Yeah.
All they did was like make it darker and hide the shit around his eyes, and wow, that's okay. If you can find this guy that looks like him, go ahead and arrest him. He might have did it, but this guy's got shit all over his face.
Yeah, the police then presented the altered image of Allen with photos of 5 similar-looking men to the tellers for identification. They didn't tell anyone that they changed Allen's photo, but some of the tellers picked out Allen. Yeah, I mean, at that point, it's like, why don't you just straight up arrest them?
It's like, hey, if this, yes, the suspect sounded gravelly, but if he didn't sound gravelly, would he sound like this guy? Okay, this guy did it. I mean,
Yeah. Feel like,
they're trying to. I hate to use a dirty term, but they're trying to finger this guy. Yeah, point their finger at him,
yeah.
and it's not. He doesn't meet it. Give it up, dog.
Nah, we gotta have our man. We gotta have our
We-
guy.
Yeah, this guy's black. The other guy's black, so it's the same guy.
They
I mean,
look like,
if it's almost like next they'll be like, oh yeah, sure he's white and the other guy's black, but if he wasn't white, he'd be the same guy. I mean, how stupid can you damn be?
hey, we had to get a sketch artist draw the picture. That's our man.
Yeah, he works in Photoshop.
Yeah.
Okay, let me get off this before I get mad.
Oh, you haven't gotten mad yet from any of these articles?
I try not to think about them. Oh, CDC warns against vaping until it figures out what's making people sick.
Hey, here's another Floyd one.
Yeah, well, Floyd doesn't even vape anymore.
Oh, he doesn't.
Nah, he's off that shit.
That's good, man.
Well, I was listening to some discussion about it because one of the main things that vapes dangerous about is they add vitamin E to the vape, and the vitamin E is an oil based thing that isn't like a regular vapor, and it doesn't break down like regular vapor does in lungs, and it can cause inflammation in your lungs. And the reason that they put vitamin E in there is so they can add THC. So people, kids want to get high and they don't want to smell like pots. They put THC in it, and next thing you know, they're puffing, on things with oil in it and just destroying their lungs. I heard a radio show and a retired lung doctor called in and explained an article he'd heard in read in Newsweek, and it gave a little insight to it. They said today that there was a new death in Indiana. That's they assume it's from adding something to because there's no conclusive evidence whether or not just straight up vapor is bad for you, but adding stuff to it has been known to kill people. So they haven't quite pinned down what's being added that's making people sick and killing some people.
Well, are those like e-cigs or whatever? Are they like a little bit different than like the vaping things?
No,
The vaping pens.
it's the same technology. I don't know enough about the ins and outs to tell you the exact difference.
Well, I think the e-cigs are meant to be as like aromatic or whatever. No, like
I mean,
not
vape.
meant to smell good.
I mean, I don't know. I don't know, dog. Shit's all stupid either way. I mean, it does serve a purpose in that it gets people to do something that can technically be not as bad as smoking, I guess, but I don't know, because I'm not any kind of expert at anything.
Well,
So,
apparently the CDC is warning them against using that.
well,
Cigs.
because people are getting sick at an alarming rate, and people are dying.
Yeah.
So, I mean, they wouldn't be just saying, "Hey, don't do it," because we think it might. Like right now, there's no long-term study about what the shit'll do. It's in 20 years when we know for a fact, oh, it does this now, because the shit's only been out for a while, like what, 10 years maybe.
Yeah. Well, they
Yeah.
they haven't even just warned. That's even worse than like cigarettes because they don't. I mean, they warn you, but they never straight up say don't use it. They just give you the warnings about what it has in it, right?
Well, I mean, with cigarettes, it's eventually it'll cause this. This is straight up just killing people like who aren't smoking for years and years. They did the same thing
That's
when
crazy.
they did the same thing when like heroin people were getting shit mixed with fentanyl. They're like, don't do any heroin because it might be not because it's got heroin, but because it's got fentanyl in it, and it will kill you that first time. You might not die from the heroin the first time, but that fentanyl will fucking kill you. So yeah,
Well, what kind of shit are they putting in there, man? Damn.
what
With the
fentanyl?
the e-cigs.
Oh, well, like I said, they know they're putting in vitamin E. I don't know what they're putting in this one. They're it said 2 deaths today. I heard 5.
I thought if it has vitamin in front of it, it was good for you.
Well, hold on. Here we go. The rumors unsettling shadow around the risk CC against playing puts it says too early to pinpoint, and it's also unclear what role THC can products play in the illness. As many patients report vaping both THC and nicotine, because we're in some states THC is legal, but
Just wanna get high. Just wanna get high. How's that song go?
because I got high, because I got
Oh
high,
yeah, cause I got
because I
high.
got high. Da, 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 da.
Yeah.
I mean, whatever. Is that
Who
your last
gives a
thought?
shit about dying?
Right? Smoking vegan, y'all gotta go sometime.
Yeah.
So my what the fuck articles.
Oh, you got some what the fuck articles? Sweet.
Yes, I do.
Sweet.
Police hijack a botnet and remotely kill 850,000 malware infections. In a rare feat, French police have hijacked and neutralized a massive cryptocurrency mining bot controlling close to 1 million infected computers. The notorious Reddit, or I don't know how you pronounce that, malware infects computers and starts mining cryptocurrency by sapping power from the computer's processor. Although the malware was used to generate money, the malware operators easily could have run other malicious code like spyware or ransomware. So yeah.
So, but they use like a bot that they use something that people hate to stop something else that people hate, right?
I mean, anytime that the police are doing something that's actually causing good, I'll take it.
Well, I mean, it's like it's cool if you see like a virus stopping another virus or something, you know.
Yeah. By the way, report: Apple won't let Siri say feminism. Someone asks,
What?
"Hey Siri, are you a feminist?" It says, "I'm a believer in equality and treating people with respect." The internal documentation governing Apple's voice assistant Siri is written specifically to avoid the word feminism. The company told The Guardian, "Our approach is to be factual with inclusive responses rather than offer opinions." The opinion here being feminism is okay. Presumably, the employees of Apple have no beef with feminism, while the Cupertino giant, like most tech companies, has a leadership team that is largely white and male, is likely okay with women being treated equally to men, and hopefully internal policies reflect that. However, Apple doesn't pay men more money for doing the same work as women, and hopefully it has a generous family leave policy that doesn't put the onus child care at people who identify as women. Yeah, so it's whatever. I just thought that
Hey
was
Siri,
it.
are you a feminazi?
What the fuck is that supposed to mean, Ian? Go suck a fart.
Down
Yep.
with all men.
Hold on. Yep, wood or metal Apple Card cases for up to $900 really are a thing now. If you need any further evidence that it's no longer possible to distinguish satire from real life, you can now buy Apple Card cases in wood or metal, including gold, of course, for anything from $39 to $900.
Wow.
In case losing your fucking credit card's not bad enough, you might as well just lose it with a case that costs more than the card.
Do you have your credit card memorized? Because I got mine memorized now.
My wife remembers one of ours. I never enter it. I use PayPal for everything, and PayPal piggybacks onto my credit card. So,
You like doing that, huh?
well, for online purchases, the only time I use it in real life is when I go to the gas station. So that way, if they lock it, it's not like my regular bank account,
Yeah.
which has happened before. My bank account got locked because I got gas. They put a hold on it over the fucking weekend.
And PayPal is really cool. Well, a lot of
Yes.
times they'll side with, the holder.
Well, and my card's a Discover card, so if they don't back it, Discover will. Check this out. Elon Musk's apocalyptic warning, as he says civilization is to be destroyed in shock claim.
What?
Hold on. Mr. Musk has been a prominent figure in the development of artificial intelligence and space travel, and recently spoke of the future of the human race. During a World Artificial Intelligence Conference in Shanghai, Mr. Musk made the bold prediction while talking to fellow tech mogul Jack Ma. Speaking at the conference, Mr. Musk said, "There is a probability that something may happen to Earth. Despite our best intentions and everything we might try to do, some external force or unforeseen error causes civilization to be destroyed, or sufficiently impaired that civilization cannot extend to another planet. The depressing prediction of the human civilization comes amid the reports that SpaceX has identified several landing spots on Mars." And yeah, a couple more things here. I mean, the thing is, it's not always sunshine and rainbows. We gotta prepare for the worst shit that could happen. So what's wrong with that? You gotta be a realist and say, okay, we might land on the first try, or we might just blow the fuck up. Let's imagine if we did blow the fuck up. Then what do we do? I want the guy who's planning for contingencies, not the guy who thinks we're gonna ace it and be good.
Yeah. Oh yeah, I mean, the thing is we can. The next biggest thing is just us being able to go back to the moon. I mean,
That's
are we gonna do anything?
yeah, like Trump wants us to go back to the moon. Why? Why does it fucking matter? What are we gonna do there?
And I mean, a lot of people have already basically said living on Mars, even terraforming it, is unrealistic just because of the fact that you don't have a magnetic field. Mars doesn't have a magnetic field, so that's not gonna stop cosmic rays and all that shit. And even putting a atmosphere on there would be next to impossible,
Cool with that attitude, young man.
I guess, I mean, from what I've read, is more economical. Finding other planets would be maybe more economical that are better suited for life. I don't know. I mean, I suppose we could live underground in Mars. That would probably be the best bet. Or underground, inside of an asteroid or something. Because there's people that say that that's a possibility to live on asteroids and shit.
Who knows?
But I mean, do you get into all that space travel shit or whatever? You like Neil deGrasse Tyson and
Yeah, I mean, a lot of sci-fi books that I've read actually from back in the days of Isaac Asimov discussed what if we go to some other planet. And I'm not saying everything back then was realistic, but you get a discussion that you wouldn't get, with just typical, regular, now everything is Armageddon, literally that movie was it. And you get, thoughts that you wouldn't have had, if you went with just a regular major Hollywood, movie. You know what I'm saying?
yeah.
So
Well,
I enjoy it.
I like Neil deGrasse Tyson's point about because a lot of people are like, oh, why are we spending all this money on trying to learn about like outer space and all this stuff when it could be spent better on things. Whereas, like back in the day with cavemen, they were like, why should we go to this other place when we should be worrying about problems in our own cave, It's
Yeah.
kind of like short-sighted.
I mean, nothing wrong with
'Cause, I mean,
wanting to have options, I guess.
yeah. Well, I mean, heck, if you try to go outside if there's a whole other world out there outside of your cave, then there's gonna be
Whole
you
new world.
you could find someplace better.
Right.
Just like because there's a lot of people that said, why are we spending all this money on CERN just to learn about a couple particles or something?
Oh, people say, oh, why are we worry about these other countries? We should be fixing our own shit. Because the other countries can attack us.
Yeah.
I don't know. See, now it says my CPU is only 52 degrees. Oh, now it's at 65, so I don't know.
Yes, it also sounds like you got like some kind of sporadic sensor readings there.
I don't know.
Because I mean, in reality, what the temperature doesn't like spike it up and down that quick. At least you kind of have to go through a cooling and heating phase a little bit, I would think.
Yeah.
It sounds like a sensor to me.
I mean, I have probes, but like they're just laying over top of stuff, so don't know.
Do you have? What you should get is, can you do a thing where on there where you could do like a time graph of what your heat temperature was or whatever?
I mean, this what is it? The other app, Hardware Info 64, whatever. It gives you like what your high, what your low, and what your average is.
Oh, okay.
So, anyway.
Yeah, because if you got a bad sensor, even if you do make your own water cooling loop, you're gonna get the same frustration, maybe.
Well, the die, in Hardware Info 64, it does your die, which is there's a probe like right along the socket. So, I don't think you can get any closer than that.
Yeah. What's your noise levels like? Is it always spinning up and going down, or is it always at max spin? For your
I
fans?
mean, usually it like goes up and down. I don't even know if I've heard them today. Hold on a second. Because I mean, my fan on my desk seems louder than those right now.
Yeah.
And I don't have it on I don't have it on the quiet setting.
Do you have you probably have your tower in an optimal place too, because if it's away from all your other monitors and shit giving off heat,
Yeah, it's as far away as I can get. Plus, it's close to the my Wi-Fi extenders.
But the
Anyway.
only better thing you could do is if you have like your AC or fan blowing straight on the shit.
Well, I do have the AC in here. I don't have it on right now, is the thing.
Yeah. But I mean, Linus has even done a video on like if you put your computer like straight into like a refrigerator, if that would even make a big difference. And I guess the ambient heat temperature in your room doesn't affect it as much as you would think. I think that was what he was saying in the video.
Really?
Yeah.
You don't say.
At least in the ambient temperature in the room, at least. But I mean, if you're overclocking and shit, that little bit always helps,
Give a little bit.
Just a little bit. But anyways, you want to get out of here, Frank? Let's get
Yes,
the fuck
because
outta here.
I'm sure my dogs have to go potty, and I do too.
Well, you don't matter, Frank.
That's okay. I'll just sign off.
I'm just messing. You can hold it. But anyways, thanks for coming on, Frank.
Thanks for having me.
Yep. Peace out, everybody.
Goodbye. And don't think it hasn't been a little slice of heaven. 'Cause it hasn't.
Yeah, that was fun.
TTFN. Ta-ta for now.
Have a good day.